Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name's Eric. This is FatalRPM, and this
is my 99 996 Porsche 911.
So I bought this car back in February 2024, which the keen-eyed of you would have noticed had you watched the video of me actually telling the story about how I came about this car. One thing I didn't really get into the weeds of is what the extent of the damage is, as well as other issues that we have with the car. I touched on them, but not really in depth. So that's what this video is about. Also about what I plan to actually do with this car.
As far as what I was told has happened with this car, or how this car has come to be in this state. Back in like around 2010-ish, the guy who owned this car crashed it and slid it under a guardrail, which caused damage to the hood, this quarter panel here, as well as back here. Now, how that would have happened, I can only imagine is because it hit something back here and then spun like around this way, scraping up the front quarter panel in the hood, which honestly to me just kind of makes the most sense if we're trying to piece together what exactly happened. But after that, that owner decided he wanted to attempt to repair this. In doing so, there was also apparently a divorce happening with the guy. So basically this thing just kind of sat for a little bit until the guy that I bought it from came across it. And the guy I bought it from originally wanted to fix it up, do a slant nose kit on it, and that's that. Which, I mean, would have been really cool. What we have damaged here is going to be rear quarter, which is irreparable IMO. Like there's literal holes in it from where you can see where they tried to pull it. Which, I mean, they did pull it, to be fair. It just didn't do a great job at actually the pulling part of it. So you can see we have cracked bodywork. It looks like a literal cut, or they cut in a piece, or I don't know exactly what happened, but that's a clean cut line in the metal under that. So it definitely got cut at some point. You can tell they did just kind of piece it apart because some of the spot welds that were here are no longer regular spot welds. So yeah, that's gonna have to be undone. And after we fix that, honestly, the rest of this is just purely cosmetic. Granted, this is technically cosmetic as well, but it is also keeping us from putting a taillight in here. As you can see, this whole bucket here for the taillight is just kind of misshapen because this is what it's supposed to look like. All one piece, multiple pieces. Yeah, not supposed to look like that. Other than that, we do have the back hatch here, which I have with some of the other parts for the car. Now, when I bought this, it was a non-runner, and essentially what the guy told me is when he first got it, it ran. Supposedly, because when he first got it, he didn't have a key. So it would be really hard to tell if it ran or not. Which was kind of sketchy if you think about it, but it was really honestly too good of a price for me to let go. IMO. I mean, some people may have found a better deal, but essentially this is supposedly mechanically sound, which we will see about. But other than the exterior bits, all the interior really needs is just a refresh. It's kind of gross in here. It has been cleaned up, which we will touch on in a later video because this car was legitimately covered in rat poop. It was, or mouse poop, whatever rodent poop. It just matters that it was poop, and then it was all over the car. So it needed to be cleaned, needed to be disinfected, which it is now. It is still kind of gross in here, as you can see by like some of the stains and whatnot. So it definitely needs a deep clean, which, I mean, I'm probably going to end up pulling this interior anyway, because I don't know what it is about cars that I really want to buy. They're always only available with tan interiors, and I do not like tan, beige, manila, whatever this color is. I don't like these interiors at all. We need to go black, we need to go white, we need to go gray, or literally any other color that's not sand, basically. There's nothing that's really broken in here. We do want to modernize a lot of the things,
because you can tell that this car is in fact from late 90s, early 2000s, based on the center console, which Porsche does make a replacement for with CarPlay and everything. So that's something that we'll be working with. The back is the back. This is not moving. The back is just the back at this point. There's nothing really wrong back here, but granted, this is not really going to be used because all the people I know are normal sized and not German sized, because apparently German sized people can fit in very small amount of space. Now, with all this being said, what is it we're actually going to be doing with this car? Now, my plan is initially to rebuild it to stock. That way I get to actually enjoy this car, because I have a bad habit of buying cars and then immediately modifying them and tearing them apart to the point where I can't drive them for months/years. Sorry. Yeah, we're not going to be doing that this time around. I want to actually be able to enjoy this car for a little bit, which means Miso will get a little more time in the limelight after we get this to stock. Now, I will say the reason why this has taken so long and why all those videos were recorded back in February is because I did not want to do anything with this car really until Miso was running and driving. And for those of you that don't know, Miso is my 1986 300ZX, of which has been built now and also wide-bodied in the process of which has been taking place for a couple years. It's running and driving. Now I just need to get it inspected, and then once I get it inspected, we're going to work on getting this car to the point where we can no longer have a salvage title and that I can actually get it titled or registered, so I'm able to drive it. So that's the plan for this right now, and I want to say about 3 or 4 months after I get to really enjoy the car is when we'll get a little wacky with this car. My plans are to do something akin to like a Brabus style vehicle, in which we undergo a cosmetic overhaul which has functionality to what the actual design is, as well as a power plant change, which anybody who knows about these cars knows about IMS bearings. I don't think there's any issues with it. That's something that we'll find out once we're actually getting into depths of it, because we will drop the transmission and everything, double check that all that is good, because I don't want to put a whole bunch of work into something if the engine's just going to die, and I need this engine to be alive for me to be able to accomplish what I need to. So with all that being said, I am super duper excited about where we're going with the 911 here. And if you are as well, please do hit that like button down below if you liked the video, and subscribe if you have not already to see the content that's going to be coming up with this guy. Because starting off, it's going to be rather tame compared to most rebuilds, and then it's going to get wacky. So without further ado, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, again, please hit the like button down below. I have to do this whole spiel, otherwise I will explode. If you have not already, please do hit the subscribe button, as it helps us out a lot, and hit that bell icon right next to it so you get notified whenever I do drop new videos. And as always, I want to thank you guys again for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next one.
I recall Central Park and fall. Not the shame.